Hello, learners. Welcome back. Now, have you ever opened your history or science notebook the night before your exams, stared at just a massive wall of text, and thought, how am I supposed to remember all these dates and events? It can feel completely overwhelming, right? You've got scattered papers, heavy textbooks, and random years just floating around in your head. But what if I told you there's a simple, incredibly effective way to organize years or literally centuries of information using just one visual line? Today, we are mastering exactly that in this explainer, the art of visual chronology, or simply put, a guide to creating amazing timelines. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe so you never miss out on our visual study guides. Timelines really are the ultimate secret weapon for students. They take the absolute chaos of a life story or a complicated historical era and turn it into a neat, easy-to-read map. All right, let's look at our roadmap for today. We'll cover what a timeline is, why we use them, the three main types, a step-by-step creation guide, common mistakes to avoid, and finally, a practice session where you get to build your own. Let's jump right into section 1. What is a timeline? Let's break down the visual basics. A timeline is a specific type of graphic organizer. You can think of a graphic organizer as a mental filing cabinet. They're visual tools like mind maps or flowcharts used to organize information and ideas really clearly. Why do we use them? Well, because when you arrange information visually, your brain actually processes it much more efficiently. Students who use graphic organizers understand concepts faster, and they remember them so much better than those who just read plain text. And that brilliantly illustrates our focus today. The timeline. A timeline is a graphic organizer specifically designed to display events in the exact chronological order that they happened. It connects the dots of history, helping us immediately understand not just when things happened, but how one event leads directly into another over the passage of time. Moving on to section 2, why we use timelines. Let's talk about the cognitive benefits. The benefits here are truly massive. First off, timelines organize chaotic events clearly. They help you instantly understand the sequence. What came first, what caused what, and how the story actually ends. By attaching an event to a visual spot on a line, your brain remembers dates far more easily. They also force you to summarize complex information, which really deepens your overall understanding. Plus, they drastically improve your visual memory, making quick revision before an exam an absolute breeze rather than a stressful cramming session. Section 3. 3 types of timelines. Let's go from the classic right to the creative. There are 3 main types you can use here. Number 1 is the horizontal timeline. This is your classic, most common format where events simply move from left to right across the page. Number 2 is the vertical timeline, where events move from the top down to the bottom. This format is absolutely great for tall posters or scrolling digital projects. And number 3 is the creative timeline. This is where you can really let your imagination run wild. You can use digital designs, winding roads, growing trees, connecting arrows, or even ocean waves to represent the flow of time. Section 4, our step-by-step creation guide. Let's look at how you actually build your own. I've got a simple 4-step formula for you. Step 1, read and understand the topic carefully to find the important events. Step 2, select those key events. The absolute secret here is filtering. Please do not copy whole paragraphs from your textbook. Step 3, translate those events into short, punchy keywords. And step 4, arrange them in chronological order, starting from the earliest date right down to the latest date. Just look at the visual difference between these two approaches. The wrong way is writing out a full, clunky sentence. Alexander Graham Bell successfully invented the telephone in the year 1876. Your brain has to work way too hard to read that. The correct way? 1876, telephone invented. Boom, it's short, it's clear, and it's instantly readable. Always, always choose concise keywords over long sentences. Now, to elevate your timeline from just a basic study aid to a truly engaging visual masterpiece, you're going to need a few essential design elements. First, always ensure your exact dates or years are prominent. Use your short keywords and headings, just like we discussed. But also bring in bright colors and highlighters to make the important eras really pop. If you can, add small pictures, symbols, or icons next to the events. And finally, frame your text with neat shapes and clean borders. Let's look at a real-world example to see all this theory put perfectly into practice. Here's a timeline of the life of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Notice how incredibly clean this is. 1931, born in Ramaswaram. 1960, graduated in physics. 1980, worked on the SLV-3 project. 2002, became president of India. 2015, passed away.
Notice how we didn't need long essays about his presidency or his childhood, just the essential dates and keywords ordered perfectly to tell an entire life story at a single glance.
Section 5. Common mistakes to avoid. Here is what you should not do.
Please, whatever you do, avoid these common mistakes. Number 1, as we mentioned earlier, writing long paragraphs. A timeline is not an essay. Number 2, adding unnecessary details. Just stick to the major milestones. Number 3, forgetting the dates. Without dates, it's just a random list. Number 4, mixing up the chronological order. That totally defeats the entire purpose of the sequence. And finally, making the design too crowded. You have to give your text room to breathe so your eyes can easily scan the page.
All right, Section 6, practice. Time to build your own and test those skills. I am going to read a short paragraph. As I read, I want you to actively listen and mentally extract the important dates and events. Ready? Rhea started learning painting at the age of 6. In 2018, she won her first school art competition. In 2020, she joined a professional art academy. In 2022, her artwork was displayed in a city exhibition. In 2024, she became a young art mentor. Okay, here is your independent task. Go ahead and grab a piece of paper. First, extract the keywords from Rhea's story. Remember, no full sentences. Second, arrange those events in exact chronological order. Third, add the corresponding dates next to your keywords. And fourth, make it colorful and creative. Maybe add a little paintbrush icon, draw a neat horizontal line, and really make those milestones stand out. Take a 3 to 5 second pause here, pause this explainer, and try writing out your timeline right now.
Scan for the dates, extract your keywords, and draw a chronological timeline. Notice how this completed graphic organizer flows left to right. It starts with her 2018 competition win, moves to the 2020 Academy, the 2022 exhibition, and concludes as a 2024 art mentor. Only dates and clear keywords are present. By combining active reading with graphic organizers, you condense overwhelming text pages into structured visual frameworks.
That's to the end of our lesson today. So, are you ready to turn complex history, long science processes, or detailed life events into simple visual stories? Timelines are absolutely going to make your learning vastly easier. Remember, learning becomes so much more intuitive when ideas become visual. Try creating one for your next study session to really boost your memory and help you retain all that new vocabulary you're picking up. Keep practicing, keep visualizing, and be sure to use these new visual tools in your daily study routines. Like, share, and subscribe to Nestlingua for more learning videos. I'll see you in the next explainer.